कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् आदौ देवकी देवगर्भजननं गोपीगृहे वर्धनं मायापूतना जीवतापहरणं कुर्धनो धारणं कंसाधिछेदनं कौरवादिहननं कुन्तीसुता पालनम् एतत् श्रीमद्भागवतं पुराणकथितम् श्रीकृष्णलीलामृतम् श्रीभगवानुवाच अहमेवासमेवाग्रे नान्यद्यत् सदसत्परम् पश्चादहं यदेतच्च यो वशिष्येत सोऽस्म्यहम् ऋतेऽर्थं यत् प्रतीयेत न प्रतीयेत चात्मनि तद्विद्यात्मनो मायां यथा भासो यथा तमः यथा महान्ति भूतानि भूतेषु च वचेष्वनु प्रविष्टान्यप्रविष्टानि तथा तेषु न तेष्वहम् एतावदेव जिज्ञास्यं तत्त्वजिज्ञासुनात्मनः अन्वयव्यतिरेकाभ्यां यत्स्यात् सर्वत्र सर्वदा करारविन्दे न पदारविन्दं मुखारविन्दे विनिवेशयन्तं वटस्य पत्रस्य पुटे शयानं बालं मुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि श्रीकृष्णगोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव जिह्वे पिबस्वा मृतमेतदेव गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति विक्टोरिया क्रेतुकामा किल गोपकन्या मुरारिपादार्पितचित्तवृत्तिः दध्यादिकं मोहवशादवोचद् गोविन्ददामोदरमाधवेति गृहे गृहे गोपवधूकदम्बाः सर्वे मिलित्वा समवाप्ययोगम् पुण्यानि नामानि पठन्ति नित्यं गोविन्ददामोदरमाधवेति सुखं शयाना निलये निजेति नामानि विष्णोः प्रवदन्ति मर्त्याः ते निश्चितं तन्मयतां व्रजन्ति गोविन्ददामोदरमाधवेति जीवे सदैवं भज सुन्दराणि नामानि कृष्णस्य मनोहराणि समस्तभक्तार्तिविनाशनानि गोविन्ददामोदरमाधवेति सुखावसाने इदमेव सारं दुःखावसाने इदमेव ज्ञेयम् देहावसाने इदमेव जाप्यं गोविन्ददामोदरमाधवेति श्रीकृष्णराधा वरगोकुलेश गोपाळ गोवर्धननाथ विष्णो जिह्वे पिबस्वा मृतमेतदेव गोविन्ददामोदरमाधवेति जन्मान्द्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादि तरतश्चार्थेष्वभिघ्न स्वरा तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये यन्ति सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि सत्यं परं धीमहि satyam param dhimahi. So welcome back. Okay, we were and we are discussing about Ajamil in Canto 6 in the first chapter, right? So just to recap quick there was a Brahman named Ajamil, and towards the end of his life, okay, he noticed that the Yamadut are there to fetch him, means death is there. He has kept his youngest child name Narayan, and he loved Narayan very much. So all of a sudden he found their messengers or emissaries of Bhagwan Yamaraja, okay, god of death, are there to fetch him. Yes, he started uttering Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Although he was addressing his child Narayan, but doesn't matter. The name Narayan itself is powerful. What we talking yesterday is a chanting name, okay? Namasmaran. So, messenger of Bhagwan Vishnu immediately appeared there. Now, the Yamadut, messenger of Yama and Vishnu, they were there both. Yamadut were there to take Ajamil, whereas Dut of Bhagwan Vishnu, Narayan, okay, they said you can't take. And they were discussing, right? They were discussing about that, okay? So we did write. What you did not write is the verse 49. Okay, so please write 49, then we'll discuss more. Verse 49. Just as a person, comma, just as a person, comma, caught in the darkness of ignorance, caught in the darkness of ignorance, that overtakes him in the dream state, comma, regards the dream ego alone as himself, alone as himself, and not his body, and not his body, of the waking state, comma, of the waking state, comma, so also man thinks, so also man thinks of him, of his present body, of his present body, as himself in complete forgetfulness, complete forgetfulness of the other bodies, of the other bodies he had in earlier births. He had in earlier births. Full stop. Check verse 49 again. Just as a person, comma, caught in the darkness of ignorance that overtakes him in the dream state, comma, regards the dream ego alone as himself and not his body, of the waking state, comma, so also man thinks his present body as himself in complete forgetfulness of the other bodies he had in earlier births. Fine. Now let us discuss something more. As I have told you earlier, that's between emissaries of Bhagwan Vishnu and Yama, right? It's going there. Okay, carried on. So it says any person, Jeev, okay, will not remain without performing any action for a moment even. He or she will do something, okay, because that's natural. Even he or she doesn't want to do, but the nature will make him or her to do something. What we were discussing yesterday, even this also, something, right? And the Jeev gets the body as per his or her previous life's samskar, karma, okay, be it physical body or subtle body. So basically, as per his karma or samskar, what the person was thinking, that is the foundation for the next birth's body. Okay, so we have to be extra careful. Okay, what happens normally that we always discuss this in our Gita class also. Unfortunately, any person, it can be you, me, it's almost common mistake we all do. And what is that? We believe that this body is me. This body is me. Atma, the Jeev, is separate than the body. Okay. Now, as I told you that almost we all commit this mistake. Common. That's common among all. So how can we correct this mistake? How can we change that belief that this body is me? How can we change that? And the author of Bhagwat says only with devotion, chanting name, singing glory, okay? Be in proximity of his thought, his work, okay? Right. You will be starting now writing verse 53. No one can remain without karma no one can remain without karma even for a minute. Full stop. Even for a minute. Full stop. Compelled by natural impulses, compelled by natural impulses, like desire, greed, anger, etc. Like desire, greed, anger, etc., comma, which are born of the gunas of Prakriti, which are born of the gunas of Prakriti and its evolutes. And its evolutes, comma, all men are compelled to work. All men are compelled to work. Full stop. That was verse 53. Please check. No one can remain without karma even for a minute. Full stop. Compelled by natural impulses like desire, comma, greed, comma, anger, etc., comma, which are born of the gunas of Prakriti and its evolutes, comma, all men are compelled to work. Full stop. Now we'll be writing verse 54. Driven by the force of tendencies, driven by the force of tendencies, provided by the store of his past actions, comma, the Jeev gets a gross and subtle body.
It's 20 hours.
A gross and subtle body resembling the man and the woman, through whom he has got embodiment. Through whom he has got embodiment. Full stop. Right. Please check verse 54. Driven by the force of tendencies, provided by the store of his past actions, comma, the Jeev gets a gross and subtle body resembling the man and the woman through whom he has got embodiment. Full stop. Now we'll be writing verse 55. These transformation of the condition of the jiva from his pristine nature, Pristine, from his pristine nature into a transmigrating individual, is due to his association with Prakriti in bracket nature, with Prakriti in bracket nature, comma, but it will soon come to an end if he develops intense devotion to the Supreme. Intense devotion to the Supreme. Full stop. Please check verse 55. These transformation of the condition of the jiva from his pristine nature into a transmigrating individual is due to his association with Prakriti nature, comma, but it will soon come to an end if he develops intense devotion to the Supreme. Full stop. Right. Now let us try to understand Ajamil's previous history. Okay. He was not a bad person. Okay. So it says here that he was a highly qualified person, scholar, good conduct, good character, and good qualities. He was humble. He was a believer and worshipper of truth, pious. He has served a lot to his guru, the guest, the elderly people, and he was a person who has no ego, no pride. Always used to think about all, for the benefit of all, for the good of all. Eager to help each and everybody, and was not eager to see the faults in other. That was his character. That was a person. Okay? Right. Please write now this, verse 56. This Ajamil was originally a man learned in scriptures. A man learned in scriptures, comma, virtuous, comma, virtuous, comma, pure-hearted, comma, possessed of an exemplary character and conduct, comma, possessed of an exemplary character and conduct, comma, given to austere living, given to austere living, AUSTERE, austere living, comma, tender-hearted, comma, established in sense control, comma, devoted to truth, comma, and learned in mantras. Devoted to truth, comma, and learned in mantras, full stop. Please check verse 56. This Ajamil was originally a man learned in scriptures, comma, virtuous, comma, pure-hearted, comma, possessed of an exemplary character and conduct, comma, given to austere living, comma, tender-hearted, comma, established in sense control, comma, devoted to truth and learned in mantras, full stop. Now we'll be writing verse 57. He was also devoted to the service he was also devoted to the service of the teacher, comma, of the teacher, comma, the sacred fire, comma, guests and elders, guests and elders, comma, besides being prideless, besides being prideless, comma, friendly and helpful to all, friendly and helpful to all, comma, moderate in speech, comma, moderate in speech, comma, and devoid of jealousy, and devoid of jealousy and allied vices, and allied vices, full stop. Right. Check verse 57. He was also devoted to the service of the teacher, comma, the sacred fire, comma, guests and elders, comma, besides being prideless, comma, friendly and helpful to all, comma, moderate in speech, comma, and devoid of jealousy and allied vices, full stop. All right, we're going to stop here. Okay, in today's discussion, whatever you like, credit goes to all the scripture, all the great men, whatever I have heard, I have studied. Absolutely nothing belongs to me. Okay, our main reference book in Gujarati, Krishna Shankar Shastriji's Bhagwat, and in English, Swami Tapasyanandji from Ramakrishna order. Canto 10, chapter 10, verse 38. Vani gunanu kathane shravanau kathaya hastau cha karma sumanas tava padayornah Smrutyam shirastava nivasa jagat praname drashtihi satam darshanestu bhavat tanuna vasudeva sudam devam kausachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwarah गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। लक्ष्मीनारायण भगवान की